Alright, welcome to the Halo 2 Speedrun History with MisterMonopoli. We're going to be starting on Cairo Station Legendary today. My goal is to go through the history of the runs, look at as far back as we can find all of the old videos, talk about how the route has changed, and maybe look at where time can be saved in the future. I'm going to be doing this all live, so bear with me. Some of it might not be the smoothest, but I've been wanting to make this video for quite a while, and it's very daunting to edit a YouTube video. So instead, we're just going to do it live. And I guess we'll just jump right into the first run we have. So this run, I guess we should look at kind of where speedruns came from before this run, though. This is the first run we're going to be looking at from 2005. But before that, maybe let's look at what the old speedrun website used to look like. This right here is Highspeed Halo. This is what we used to post our times to. This was just a bulletin board posting the most recent runs, and on the left you could click and see what the world records actually looked like. And when you clicked over on the left, this is the screen you were taken to. This is the leaderboard for the time. It might be a little small here to see. Make this a little bigger here. So you can see there's a bunch of blank times because back in 2005 we didn't have world records for every level. You might also notice that there's 4 different difficulties tracked. In modern times, we don't track all 4 difficulties. We only track easy and legendary. But historically, we did track the middle ones. We got rid of them around 2014 because they weren't very competitive and people didn't really run them. But that did used to be the standard. Interestingly enough, though, although we did list the times and the records, Hold on, let me see if I can find... Yeah, this is the next one I wanted to click on. So once you clicked in and actually tried to view one of these records, you didn't actually get to download the video, or you didn't get to stream the video. Streaming didn't exist. You had to click in and download it. So here is the Internet Wayback Machine. This is from 2005. You can see we've already spoiled a little bit, but the first run, the old runs, is the 1019 by Cody, and then a submitted run by the next runner we'll be seeing. But let's just jump in here and look at this first run we've got. Some of you guys may remember Cody Miller from some famous YouTube videos. We don't really need to talk about all of that, but we're going to be looking at this one. And there is some controversy associated with this run, and I'll be going over that when we get there. So, this is a 1019 posted in 2005. Can you guys hear it? I turned it up just a little bit. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Alright, so at the start of the run here, we're just gonna wait. We have to wait for this door to explode. And then some Covenant will come out, and we're gonna try to sneak past them and run. This is on Legendary, and you have to remember this is from 2005, when the game very first came out. So you'll be seeing some strategies that you don't see in modern times, such as clearing these enemies in this hallway. Nobody clears these enemies anymore, we run right past them. Let me double check my dates on this. This is from January 2005, less than 3 months after the game came out. The game came out in November 2004. This run is January 27th, 2005. So we're already starting out with some noob comboing, but a weird version of it, the dual wield noob combo here. Honestly, some decent combat here for the OG Xbox in 2005. I mean, a little bit shaky on the aim here, but we're clearing some enemies. We're already working our way into Hangar 2 now. Nice and slow, taking them all out. Slow and steady. We're even gonna take the stairs. Who needs shortcuts? We got stairs. speedrunning as a hobby has not really been explored like it is today. Back in 2005, there weren't streams, there weren't communities like hyper-optimizing. We were just a bunch of people posting on the forums, posting our times. So you'll notice that the goal isn't necessarily to go fast in these early runs, it's really to survive and get a deathless run. If runs are mostly deathless, they're world record. Anyone who's doing deathless runs in 2005 is setting a world record. That's just how Legendary is known for being so hard. So, this room will actually look very familiar if you've been watching modern speedruns. Noob combo from up top to take out all the enemies. Almost nothing has changed in this room, which is kind of surprising. Survives a sword slash, gets a little lucky there. But we do grab a sword in Hangar 1, something that we don't even do in modern times. In general for speedruns, you would think that grabbing a sword ASAP is the best thing you can do, but we actually don't do that today. And Cody knows to look at the explosion here to make it blow up faster. This is knowledge that gets slightly lost and then refound over the years, but it does make that explosion blow up faster if you look out that window. Nice and patient. Clear all the enemies. Gotta reload your weapons there. He neglected to pick up the ammo on the way into this room. He has very little ammo. And he opts to clear this room with a sword, which by modern standards, down low clear is still not done in ILs because it's considered too risky. Back in 2005, this guy was doing down low clear, the first ever submitted speedrun of this level. It's not very fast, but it is a down low clear. Probably a good thing he didn't lunge at that guy because it would have wasted all his sword, but I guess he realized he's almost out of sword and now he picks up a noob combo. Now he's on to the final wave already, taking out the dual wield guys. His Marine aggroed that Ultra Elite, making it so he didn't get shot at. He's gotten a little bit fortunate here in a couple different ways. Wants this sword, but he can't get it from behind the box. He ends up getting a different sword without even meaning to. That's funny. Again, he looks at the explosion.
And they sure as hell brought one here. Chief, find it.
It's dropped very weak, but keeps his life. Not too much to talk about through these sections. He's looking for a second invisible elite. He doesn't know where he's at. There, he's found him. He was running around trying to find him. He knew there should be two, but he couldn't find the second one. Wow. He doesn't even bother to look at these two elites. These guys are supposed to be shooting at him. He just misses a plasma. Hits that stick this time. Oh, no, he doesn't. Yeah, he did. Okay. He's looking for more sword ammo, but he doesn't get it. Got a checkpoint, and now he's gonna safely jump to the top of the room.
Hang on, everyone.
More clearing out of enemies. He's cleared a lot more enemies than we do in modern times. He's making sure that nobody's gonna kill him. And now we are to the space section. Authorized personnel only. Another missed plasma. Could use some work on those plasma grenades. He wants to do a grenade jump to get above the platform here. He runs out of sword ammo. Take a look at that. Nade jumping above. So this is the first, I guess, out of bounds on this level. It's not true out of bounds. He drops back in, dodges the two jetpack elites, gets the ammo, and continues.
Second echelon, keep those carriers busy.
Registering all hostile vessels inside the zone. 13 cruisers, 2 assault carriers. I'm going loud.
If you kill enough of these bugs, the door will open. He didn't realize it was opening, and he died having his back turned. But there's actually something to pay attention to that happened right there that the casual viewer will not see. But I'll spoil it now. This run is cheated. And this actually, it wasn't that one, it was this one. He cheated right there. There was a splice. He edited out the death. So you saw him die twice there, right? In reality, he would have had to have died at least more than twice, because when you go frame by frame, there's a splice at that point. We didn't find out this run was cheated until about 15 years later. This run stood as an official world record for many, many years. I mean, actually, it didn't stay as record, but it stood as a legit run for as long as Cody was speedrunning, but it did turn out that this run was cheated, just like many of the other runs that this guy did of that same time. But you also have to remember that speedrunning was a lot different. He was a young teenager. A lot of people are still trying to dunk on him today as if he's relevant in the speedrunning community. This guy hasn't been relevant for like 25 years, and I think dunking on him using his real life name is a stretch too far. He actually was very pivotal in growing the Halo community in the early days. It just turned out he also cheated most of his runs. So he is a kind of a controversial figure because he's one of the founders of the speedrunning community. It would barely exist without him, but he's also one of the most prolific cheaters of all time.
Just so you know, there are quite a few elites guarding the bomb. You may need to get creative.
So once the run finishes, I can go back and talk a little bit more about how I discovered the cheating. But I'll let this bomb room play out. He gets his stick on the first elite. There's an elite behind him. Where did this guy even come from? He gets lucky and survives somehow. Gets another stick. Gets another stick. Look at him go. That's 3 sticks. It's easy to do when you're cheating, though. So this isn't the first time he made it this far, is what happened. And that is the end of the level. I mean, pretty good bomb room, pretty good ending. But let's go back and talk about where I was talking about the splice here. So, it's kind of hard to tell at this smaller resolution, but whenever you die in this game, there is... So, you see he's going to let it play, it's going to revert to last checkpoint. Can I slow this down? Playback speed, slow. So, whenever it reverts, you see... it's hard to explain without me playing the game myself, but it jumps to the game right there. Was that the first death or the second death? Let's look at the next one now. I think he dies again, right? Okay, this is the one where the splice happens. So it's gonna revert him to last checkpoint, and you'll notice for one frame he's like standing still, and then he starts moving. It's very difficult to see without me actually opening up a video editor and going frame by frame, but on the frame that it reverts him, he's like temporarily standing completely still, and then it kicks in. That pause only happens if you use the main menu to revert to last checkpoint. But during this, he did not use the main menu to revert to last checkpoint. He let it play out. So The only explanation for that to happen is that he edited out the part where he paused and reverted to last checkpoint. So he edited out the menuing, he edited out his death, and he had more than one death here. I won't be able to go frame by frame and show it exactly, but that's the place that the splice happens. I didn't explain it very well, and it's a little bit subtle, but he got caught cheating, and he cheated many of his other runs too. This wasn't the only one, but it was still rather impressive. I think the highlight is the fact that he cleared this room from down low. I think this was pretty impressive for the time. I think Hangar 1 was also pretty impressive because this is the way we do it in modern days. And then I think the bomb room was pretty impressive because this is pretty much how we do it in modern days. So there's some parts of this run that really haven't changed that much. But enough talking about this old cheated run. Let's move on to some legitimate runs here. Let's go to the next one.
Alert. Border inbound.
So this run, let's come back up to normal speed here. Playback speed. Normal. Here we go. We're now looking at Jeff Cousins from 2005. This run was posted in... Wait, where'd my tablet time go? This run was posted in October of 2005, about 9 months after Cody did his run.
Field of fire on that bulkhead. As soon as that door opens, let 'em have it.
So far, the start of the run's pretty much the same. You have to wait in that first room. But now Jeff is already playing with a sense of urgency. He grabs a plasma pistol, he jumps up those stairs, and he doesn't kill any of those enemies. He's playing fast. This is starting to look a little bit like a speedrun now. He's not killing all these guys, he's moving. Look at him go. He wanted to dual wield, there he goes, he figures this out. He baits the melee. How smart is that? 2005, we're already baiting melees out here. That's modern tech that separates good runners from bad runners, like knowing how to manipulate the enemies so that they don't shoot at you. That's a big deal. He's already cleared out the first 2 waves, using the noob combo and some well-placed grenades. An unfortunate box flies up in the air and blocks his grenade. Very funny.
We've got orders for Fort Pelican Bay.
I just realized you guys probably couldn't see it when I was talking about what Highspeed Halo looked like, could you? I think I had my scene wrong and you couldn't see the pictures I was showing. I can show those if you guys want. Were those showing on stream? Oh, you could see it? Okay. So you notice here, Jeff did not look at the explosions, and the "this is bad, real bad" voice happened way later. So Jeff just lost a bunch of time in that room because he didn't know you're supposed to look out the window. You'll also notice that he's bringing a plasma pistol into this room. He's dual wielding plasma pistols. Cody had a sword at this point. So Jeff opts to take this room a little bit slower and stay back. have a spreadsheet of time differences. Where did I put that? Is it? I found it. Okay, yeah. Nice. I can talk about how ahead and behind they are.
Hey, they're leaving the Athens.
Cortana, assessment.
That explosion came from inside the Athens, same as the Malta. The Covenant must have brought something with them. A bomb.
And they sure as hell brought one here. Chief, find it.
Where did it? So here at this load right here, Jeff is currently 16 seconds behind Cody because of that really slow Hangar 2. Jeff was 29 seconds ahead, so that's a huge swing. His Hangar 1 was 29 seconds faster. His Hangar 2 now puts him 16 seconds slower for a total swing of 45 seconds. And in this room, he manages to jump up top a little bit more efficiently than Cody. So he's still, again, you'll notice he's moving with a little bit of urgency here.
Let it come back to us.
He's not slowing down and killing everything. He's booking it a little faster. But at this point, he's still slightly behind Cody. He takes these guys out, but he doesn't slow down as much. He's pushing forward while he's taking them out. There's the first death of the run. Only a short death, manages to quickly recover. You'll notice there's still no sword flying yet. He's throwing baiting grenades for these two elites that are gonna fly over. He's not grenade jumping above the map like Cody did. He's just gonna try to dodge these guys. Ooh, he manages to barely squeak by while one shot. He was one bullet away from death. Let's see how he manages to take out the bug elevator room. At this point, he's now 28 seconds ahead of Cody.
I'm going loud.
He saved a bunch of time by going fast in this last section. So again, about a 45-second swing the other way. Actually, I was wrong about the way it swings. It's just in that section how much he lost. So he saved... Yeah, he saved 28 seconds over the last segment. You don't have to do math. I was reading my spreadsheet wrong.
Cortana, concentrate your fire on the first carrier. Admiral, do what you can against the second.
Here he lines up a nice noob combo for the turret, but misses. The speedrun police are onto us. They've learned about our secret class. Don't let them know. Another unfortunate noob combo that missed there. Barely hits the turret's leg. I know it's a little bit difficult to see on this low quality, but this is what runs looked like back then. Nobody was recording in high quality. The Xbox didn't output in high quality. Nobody could record in high quality. Nobody could upload in high quality. We were thankful for this amount of pixels. If you got 480p, you thanked your stars. Back in my day, dang it. So he manages, wow. He just leaves those guys alive and runs right in. That is a crazy play.
There are quite a few elites guarding the bomb. You may need to get creative.
That's wild. Just jumped over, he double noob combos the first elite. It hits the second one and then throws a grenade. That guy did get taken out. He's taken out 3 of them now. Looking for more. You'll notice we knew the noob combo was really good all the way back in 2005. We called it the noob combo because in multiplayer, you'd get called the noob if you did it. And that's the end of the level. That is a 922 by Jeff Cousins. That run is 57 seconds faster than the previous record. That's pretty cool. We went from 1019 down to 922. Now let's move on. Now we've got another video here. This one is this is where yours truly, MisterMonopoli, shows up on the scene. This is actually years later though. This is my first legendary record on Cairo Station. It is in 2010, 5 years later, September of 2010. The quality's a little bit better. Not a lot better, but a little bit better. I recorded this with Dazzle DVC 100. Sensitivity looks a little bit too high for me. Having a little bit trouble aiming there, but you'll notice I take this alternate route up to the top right. It's a little bit safer. I double back to grab a plasma pistol from that guy. Now I've got 2 plasma pistols entering this room. So this is mostly standard. I'm just copying those who came before me. I'm not really reinventing the wheel or anything here. Just clear the room with some noob combo and some grenades.
We've got orders from the Fort Pelican base.
Grunt out of nowhere. Now I'm searching for a higher ammo plasma pistol. And you'll notice I also don't look out the window because I've lost this knowledge too. So the first record knew to look out the window and save time. I'm losing time right now by not looking out the window and watching the explosion.
I don't believe it! They're retreating! We won!
Can you use it? Start this playlist. I'm losing a lot of time by not looking at the explosion. Look how long this door took to open. That's crazy. So, after this first room, because I spent so long not looking at the explosion, I'm 4 seconds behind the previous record. Even though I've done everything just as good or better, I'm 4 seconds slower because I lost so much time there. For this room, I grab dual-wield plasma pistols as I come in and I jump up top. This is the first time you'll see this strategy. I'm just throwing grenades and noob comboing them as they come out. Very similar to the modern strategy now. We're already getting closer to real speedruns here. I'm struggling to noob combo these guys effectively. It's not the fastest clear, that's for sure. But it's not too bad either. I don't know to look out the window here either. So I'm losing time by not hearing the... If you look out the window, the dialogue happens and then the explosion happens quicker. Another huge chunk of time loss right there.
Inside the Athens, same as the Malta. The Covenant must have brought something with them. A bomb.
And they sure as hell brought one here. Chief, find it.
So I opt to do a little bit of juggling here. I grab the plasma pistol and I juggle it with the sword because I want the sword in a minute, but the noob combo's so effective.
Come on now! Is that a weapon or a... Oh! Dang!
For instance, right here. This was the main reason I was juggling right here, was because I wanted to clear those guys to get this checkpoint. So this is the first sword fly in a run. I accidentally hit the guide button when I paused there, but you guys want to see some real throwback. Let's take a look at that guide button again. So I'm trying to fly, and I accidentally hit the pause button. The Xbox guide button does not look like this anymore. It's not dark themed anymore. Let's see if I can pause on the right frame here. You see that? That's throwback. That's a really old dashboard. 5829 on the guide button. That's a throwback for sure. But here we go. I did a sword fly. That's the first sword fly ever done in the Cairo speedrun. We're speedrunning now for sure, huh? Also, this is a 360 speedrun. This is the first 360 speedrun as far as the record goes. The previous two records were both done on the OG Xbox. We're now in the 360 era. Alright, and now, how far ahead or behind the record are we? Oh, I screwed up. Go back. Yeah. So we are currently about 40 seconds ahead of the old record. You see, I did another sword fly there. Let's take a look at that one again. That one was interesting. So here's a sword fly where I get out of the map a little bit, and I'm trying to do a quick fly here. I do it, and then I hit an invisible barrier, and it launches me back into the map. And some people on the forums actually looked at that and said, "Oh, that's a weird-looking sword fly." So that odd angle change is because of an elastic barrier to prevent you from going out of bounds. That's what that angle change was. Here I throw some nades to clear out the bugs. It doesn't go quite as good as I expected. I think I die. I do die. Try it again.
Yes, but I'll need the Chief's help to make contact with the detonator.
Chief, get to the bomb, double time.
Registering all
Cortana, prioritize targets and fire at will.
I'm going loud.
So right now I know I'm on a good run because I hit the sword flies. I'm not running a timer. This was before streaming existed. I'm just sitting in my room by myself, recording with the capture card. This is a different era of speedrunning. This is the solo era. Streaming and speedrunning in recent years has become a very social experience where you hang out with chat and you do different activities while you're streaming, like talking. But back in the day, you just sat quietly in your room and you competed to beat a time. So I'm sitting here quietly knowing that I'm on a good run. I don't want to lose it, so I'm playing a little bit safe here. I clear all of the enemies on this gondola, or this platform. Except one grunt. I let him live, I guess. Never mind.
For the Cairo. Cortana, concentrate your fire on the first carrier. Admiral, do what you can against the second.
Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
And here we go. Another sword fly. So 3 sword flies added to the route when there was 0 in the run before. You gotta remember there's a 5-year gap here though, so I had a lot of time to get better at this game. I wasn't speedrunning this game constantly between 2005 and 2010. During the years that nobody was running was because the entire community moved on to Halo 3. So the speedrunning community was very small. Let's watch the sword clear first. Ooh, man. I've already stuck 2 enemies and got a sword. I am zooming on this room. I got lucky there because that guy was weak. If that Red Elite was full shields, he would have meleeed me and killed me. But for some reason, he was weak and died to 1 sword. Very fortunate, actually. Another stick, and another clear. And no ultras that I had to clear. And that is the room. So that is an 8:37. That beats the previous record by 44 seconds. Couple deaths, couple mistakes, but we're starting to add some tricks to the run. We're not just walking, we're not just killing, we're actually skipping some stuff. This next speedrun we have... Oh, I closed my spreadsheet. Oops. Let me bring back my spreadsheet. Alright. And then go over here. Now, oh, actually, I wanted to show the forums. I actually have. I talked about posting on the forums for this. I actually have the post I made on the forums. Let's check this out. This is the actual. Can I scroll on this, or will it? Why won't it let me scroll? Hey, alright. Well, I think I'm gonna have to add this a different way. Add browser. Okay, there we go. So, if I click here, transition. No, it stopped working again. Alright, let me change the way I show this. Why is it not letting me scroll? Alright, I'm gonna make this work. Give me a second. I want to get the forum post here. Why does this just refuse to work? Alright, here we go. So, it may be a little bit hard to read here, but this was my forum post on the High Impact Halo forums back when we had the Highspeed Halo sub forums. I made this post in September of 2010. I just wrote a little brief write-up. It said, I made a few improvements to the existing run, but I know it can still go faster. One of the things that changed in the first room, I jump up to the right above the rails to have a better chance of surviving. It loses about a second, but allows me to do more runs past that point. So I'm already considering like safety strategies to get more runs more often. In the second main fight room, I stay above the room just like in the first. I improved at the underground part. In the next room, I sword fly, even though I messed it up the first time. I sword fly while I'm out of bounds. I messed up the drone part, but it didn't go too bad. And then I sword fly to the elite. And then I said I copied the Halo 2 done segmented final room using the sword clear. Here's Skirty, one of the greatest Halo 2 speedrunners of all time, saying, very nice, what was the time? Something like 8:35? So, I guess, oh, I put the time in the title. I guess he didn't read it. You're racking up some really impressive legendary runs. When I get a chance, I'm gonna have to take some of these back. So I've already done a couple speedruns at this point. This was my first Cairo record, but I had other records. Any chance I'm tackling regret? And I say, yep, I'm planning on doing them all. Here's Cody Miller saying it was fun. Here's me saying, I think I may be able to pass the segmented run someday. Who knows? A little bit of foreshadowing there, huh? Lots of luck as a very old school speedrunner. My recording corrupted for 1 second, which this guy caught. I went back and checked, the recording is still there. And then I talk about timing. Nothing else in the thread there, but... Alright, now let's get back to... the playlist. And we will watch the next record. So I think we don't actually need to watch this whole one so intently because this is going to be... Let me find the right place to click. Here. Oh, did I have the... I had it saying 811 on the... Or did I... I think I screwed it up and... I don't know. This is the 811. I might have made it say 811 during the last run. Oops. The last run was an 837. This is an 811. But... let's skip past the start here. So the door blows up and we continue on. No, I had it right? Okay. Alright, so this starts out mostly the same here. Again, we jump up top. I'm actually gonna speed it up just a little bit here. Let's speed it up to faster. Make it look like we're moving faster here. So this is now being sped up. I think it's 1.25 speed now. Because this room is going to be exactly the same as it was before. We can go even a little bit faster. Let's go... Should be going even faster now. I think it's at 1.5 now. Pretty smooth BR there. Looks like I know what I'm doing. I'm still not looking out the window yet. I accidentally say, do look out the window there.
I don't believe it. They're retreating. We won.
So I didn't lose quite as much time because I did glance out the window there a couple times. But it is still pretty slow here.
This is bad. Real bad.
We're currently 1 second, or actually, yeah. No, actually, we're quite a bit ahead of my other record already. We're 30 seconds ahead of my other time. This room goes way better than the last one. We're noob comboing, we're gaming. It's at this point that we're now 30 seconds ahead. I spoke too soon. Now we're 30 seconds ahead. Because I saved almost all of that time by clearing this room quickly. I also managed to look at the explosion there, which saved some time. I'm still doing the juggling.
Fine.
This run is coming to us from April of 2011, by the way. I failed to get the sword fly the first time. I get it the second time. I get another fly. So that's the first time we've seen that fly in the route. That's a new addition. Wow, I survived that. That's pretty rare. Usually when an enemy punches you and you sword them at the same time like that, you'll die. I get the sword fly in the space section with the little redirect. At that load zone, I saved 10 more seconds compared to my last run, so we're now about 40 seconds ahead of my last run.
I'm going loud.
I dropped down way low too here. But this is a weird way to anticipate these enemies. I hide on the corner here and nade them. I pushed the button, I don't know why. Oh, because I'm going back for the sword. That's funny. I activated the button and then went and grabbed my sword.
You're breaking through, sir. They're heading straight for the Cairo. Cortana, concentrate your fire on the first carrier. Admiral, do what you can against the second. Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
I'm waiting for the jetpack guys to get out of the way, and another sword fly. The sword flying on this run was really good. I missed one on the turret, and then I hit all the others.
So you know, there are quite a few elites guarding the bomb.
We're starting to move. I'm just having a hard time taking out the elites right now, though. Finally, I get a stick. I pick up a plasma rifle, which is smart, because I wasn't doing enough with the sword. So this is the poor man's noob combo, but it's working. I pick back up the sword. So this clear wasn't nearly as good as the other. Wow, I got lucky there. I should have got sorted. So I lost 19 seconds on that clear compared to the old run, but overall, that run was 26 seconds faster than the previous record.
Blink if you can.
So we are down to 8 minutes 11. Alright, let's just move right along here to the next run I have in the playlist. Oh, is this not gonna load? Oh, okay, it is.
Alert, borders are inbound.
Let's put this back down to... Also, I've cracked it. Oh, we've got webcams now. We're in the streaming era. We've officially... So this is the streaming era. My other records were done offline. This is now... We've entered the streaming era. This run was set in 2014. Let's set this playback speed. Go here. Playback speed. Alright, we're back at normal speed here, but let's skip ahead a little. Wait for the door to blow up. Actually, you know, I can keep it going fast speed. Let's keep it on fast speed.
I just realized we could have been talking about the video game, not the card game, but the board game. But the board game's much better than the video game.
You know, maybe I want to hear what I have to say. I've changed my mind. We're going back to normal speed. Sorry for the indecision. I just noticed I'm talking. I want to hear what I have to say. I haven't watched this video in a while. Let's go back to normal speed. Let's mute the background music I have playing. Let's turn up the game volume a little here. Let's see what I have to say. Can you guys hear the game?
I just realized you could have been talking about the video game, not the card game, or the board game, but the board game's much better than the video game.
We're now into 2014. This run was January 2014.
They're still leaded alive.
Hey, check it out. The Malta's already driven up the board.
What app is that? I just got a notification. Is anyone familiar with old notifications? Who messaged me?
In this game.
I'm gonna scroll back in time. Listen to this. What I got a message when I jumped.
Hey, check it out. The Malta's already driven up the board.
Malta, what is your status? Over.
Was that TeamSpeak? It might have been. I'm not sure.
To be honest, because there's an Easter egg in this game
TeamSpeak? Dang.
called the Meg Easter egg that also appears in Halo 1. If you beat this level without taking damage and get to the last room, then there's an audio Easter egg that not very many people have heard. I don't know if anyone has actually heard of the legit way to do it. There's a way to cheat it using the Thunderstorm skull.
It could have been Mumble or Skype as well. I've used I've used every program that everyone else was using.
From no damage to being not dropped to one shot. So that makes it quite a bit easier. But the original code says no damage. Thunderstorm just kind of changes damage.
I'm actually wrong here. You do need Thunderstorm. I'm talking about collecting the Meg Easter egg, which is an Easter egg on this level if you beat the level without getting your shields dropped one shot while having the Thunderstorm skull on. There's an audio Easter egg that plays at the end of the level. I'm talking about trying to do it. I haven't done it yet at this point in my Halo career. And I'm wrong about its trigger. So this clear looks pretty normal. A little bit laggy. This is ripped from one of my old streams, so it's a little jittery.
Uh-oh. Hey, they're leaving the Athens.
So I know to look outside now.
Cortana, assessment.
That explosion came from inside the Athens, same as the Malta. The cover-
I'm not really saying anything of value, but
It has to be on legendary.
Then they sure as hell
it has to be on legendary. I'm talking about the Meg Easter egg. I just want to kind of hear my commentary. Oh, I missed my noob combo. Good adapting, but I should probably be dead there from that grunt. Leave me alone, grunt. I'm still juggling. I've been doing this juggling strat for 4 years at this point. I'm still doing it. It's funny. I don't even remember when I stopped doing it. Or 5 years, I guess, I think.
Weapon or a flat. Oh! Dang.
So far, this run looks the same as my other runs. I hit my sword flies. I didn't have to revert. Okay.
Come on, Chief, this way.
Okay, I tried to sword fly. I didn't hit it.
Don't worry, man. We're on it.
That grunt thought he was gonna wreck me. Yeah, I used to play competitively.
Thanks, Chief. I owe you.
I've got a pretty good shot, to be honest. I was
The timer on the screen is including
very
armory.
good at Halo
This is from full game at record attempts,
maybe not so
and I would always include armory during my runs back then.
played them, but
So take 2.5 minutes or like 2 minutes 40 off the timer, and that's what the IL timer would be.
played a lot on mine. Not as
So I sword fly through that area. Looks pretty normal still.
Take them out one by one. Second echelon, keep those carriers busy.
I wonder how I do the bugs here. I'm still carrying a sword. I'm taking everybody out.
Someone messaged me. It was War Kid. I know him. Somebody messaged me earlier asking he heard I played competitively. He's wondering if he ever heard of me. He used to play with Dursky and them. I know him. I just remembered that. Like, somebody messaged me the other day, Orchid, if you're watching me, I do know who you are. We played together back in the day as I was Boobass, I think.
I'm talking about old Halo competitive stuff.
Colonel, and Dursky.
That's funny.
I doubt you're watching, but a couple days ago, a guy named
Dude, my brain still works the same way. I'll just remember random shit people said in chat like 5 days ago, and I'll try to respond to them as if they're still in chat. And you know what? Sometimes they are. Even today, sometimes they are.
a lot before Dursky and Nocturnal went.
The first carrier completely ignored us.
So I'm not doing the swordfly in the space section because I'm doing full game runs. Yo, I got the stick! Wait, didn't I say during my GDQ run I've never gotten the stick? Is this before or after my GDQ run? This must be after.
Just so you know,
This is
Literally
you may
emoji
need to
pro.
get creative.
January 2014. This is right after GDQ. I think. Maybe it's right before, I don't know. I think it's right after. Was the spacefly not consistent? No, because we had to do the bomb room with the sword. We hadn't invented plasma pistol pickup fly yet.
Fucking hype.
We'll get there. And that's the end of that run. Okay, so I noob comboed the final fight. So I lose a bunch of time by not doing the sword fly, but then I save it all back by having a very clean end fight there. So let's look at where let me look at this spreadsheet here. So I was... Yeah, I saved 7 extra seconds on that bomb room by bringing the sword, or by not bringing the sword. Even though I didn't do the sword fly, it still saved time because I cleared the room so effectively. What are we down to? We're at the 728. Yeah, alright, now let's go to the next one. I don't think I have anything to say about that. Nothing else to add. Go to the next run. We're now down to...
I was kind of disappointed I lost that last run, to be honest, because it had potential.
How's it going, Mo?
The video's a little bit glitched up here. I'm not sure what happened to my
Watch the crossfire.
saved... This is what it looks like on my saved version as well. I'm not sure why it's all messed up, but
Thanks, Goat.
let's hit this one on fast speed now.
Feel the fire on that bulkhead. As soon as that door opens,
Alright. I still jump up
I need to
above
update.
just the same. I still clear this room just
My
the
shot's so
same.
bad right now. I think.
Do I know to look out the window? I surely know to look out the window at this point.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, check it out. The multi-
Yeah, I'm looking out the window.
What's your status? Over.
They stream for sure. I shouldn't have thrown 2 grenades right there.
I'm definitely playing a little bit smarter. You can see me choosing enemies better during this fight. Just this room, you can tell I've played a lot. I've been doing live full game runs for a long time. My Kairos are more under control.
Fuck. Oh, did I get it? I got that stick. Fuck you. Can't believe I got that stick, but I fucked up. I fucked up bad. Run behind a box. Run behind a box. No, I still fucked up. I fixed it and then I fucked it up even more. I
Wait,
had it.
no, I'm
So
wrong.
stupid.
I-
I fixed the fuck up.
I'm wrong. I didn't realize he pulled
I
a
fixed the fuck up
sword.
too. I'm so
There's a
disappointed.
sword there.
Oh wait, he did pull it out.
Okay, I found
He
it.
pulled it out.
I was wanting the sword. I was complaining about messing
Really
up the
good on that.
sword.
That's great. I played that perfectly. I didn't think he pulled it out until I went back and double checked.
So the sword got stuck in the tube, so I had to enrage the Ultra. That's what I'm talking about there. I need a sword for this section, and I killed the Gold Elite too early, so his sword fell in the tube. So I had to enrage the Ultra to make him pull his sword. That's what I'm talking about, saying I messed up. So this just looks... This is the same route, just way more polished. I'm hitting my flies. I'm doing cancels.
Don't worry, ma'am. We're on it.
I had hair. I was less aerodynamic.
That's a really good time, by the way.
Thanks, Chief. I owe you one.
I'm hitting my flies still.
Sir, orders have reached the fire control center.
First echelon, you're with me. Blanket those cruisers. You take them out one by one. Second echelon, keep those carriers busy. Get to the bomb. Double time. Cortana, prioritize targets and fire at will.
I'm going loud.
So this run is from also January of 2014. This run is only
This is a really good time.
6 days after the other run I did. I'm noob comboing pretty effectively there.
We're in gold split range, by the way, guys.
The first carrier completely ignored us, sir.
Do I hit the stick?
Malta's debris and
I get it again!
I'm a fucking Taz.
I'm a Taz. That's what I say. That's funny.
just so you know, there are quite a few elites guarding the bomb. You may need to get creative.
Dude, this run's really good. I'm like freaking out because I know it's fast. I'm telling chat, dude, this is so fast. Let's go. And that's record. Alright. So that was just 10 seconds faster and 6 days later. So now we'll just move on to the next one. I'll speed up on this one because it's only this is in April of 2014, only 3 months later. I imagine the strats are mostly the same, but this is ripped, or this is a local recorded and not from my live stream, so I probably think it's better. I probably think this is a really good run because it's no longer from my live stream. I actually local recorded it.
Check your targets. Watch the crossfire.
We'll skip ahead here. We don't need to watch this. Yeah, I've always played claw grip.
No way, no how.
All my runs that you'll see are used in claw. Yeah, so this is all pretty normal. I'm gonna go pretty fast on this one. This is like the same run, I'm pretty sure.
And they sure as hell brought
Oh,
one
it's
here.
here's the difference. I stopped juggling.
Come on now. Is that a weapon or a oh, God!
I also, you're right, I took the lower route on the first room. So we're really zooming now. I didn't kill these guys because I didn't bring the noob combo. And wow, yeah. So this must have been from an individual level grind. This probably wasn't from full game runs.
Come on, Chief, this way.
This was done in April 2014.
I was almost on board when they showed up.
Don't worry, ma'am. We're on it.
So this is
Sir,
smooth.
orders have reached the fire control center. They have a bomb.
First echelon, you're with
Wonder
me.
how I
Blanket those
handled
cruisers. Take those one by
the
one.
turret
Second echelon,
section.
keep those carriers busy. Double time. Cortana, prioritize targets and fire at will.
Cruisers to assault. I'm going loud.
I leave the sword behind. I don't even care about it. I push the elevator button. I don't go back with the sword, do I? Okay, thank goodness.
They're heading straight for the Cairo. Cortana, concentrate your fire on the first carrier.
Do I hit the long distance shot? I
Everyone
do.
form up. Follow my lead.
Don't hit that one. I wanted to get a zero ammo shot, but I couldn't. I lose a lot of time here.
The Malta's debris and
Okay, so everything else on this level was basically perfect from my standards for this time, but I lost a lot on that last troll elite. So I hit the stick. I do not hit the stick. bomb room. The bomb room. Pretty standard. Some noob comboing. Not bad. We're now down to 706 was the record there. Alright. And we'll just move on to the next one. The audio from this one's probably gonna get me muted. I need you guys to if I play it sped up, it might not. Let's keep it playing. I remember this record. We are now into, let me check the date. We're now in June of 2014, 37 days later. You guys hear the song? Let it go, let it go. Why am I playing this? I think I play the whole song too. Here I stand, and here I'll stay. Did I just lose a large run? Yeah, I'm pretty sure what happened was I was on a sick run, and I had to let it go. I think I was doing full game runs. And I had to let it go. The past is in the past. Let it go. Let it go. No, we're gonna document the past. We're not gonna let it go.
I've been working double shots into my runs more. I don't know if you guys have noticed.
I did a double shot there. Hold on, I'm talking about doing double shots. Let me slow this back down. Did I do a double shot? I said I did. I didn't notice it. Let's watch this at normal speed. I kill my teammate for grenades there. I think this is the first time I do that. Or was I doing that in other runs?
Don't punch me. Don't do that. But yeah, I've been double shotting a lot more recently. Feels good. Feels good, man.
Feels good, man. Alright, let's go back to a little bit faster. This room's gonna be mostly the same. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. This is gonna be the same. Okay, so I'm doing sword strats now. I missed my plasma grenade. How do I handle this? Just get lucky? What am I doing? What am I doing? Live! I'm the best. I'm clutch, I say. Oh, dude, that was, I don't know if that was clutch. It worked. We're alive.
See that clutchness? I know I'm in there in the perfect line. Right when they try to back boost me. The double.
The double. I'm quoting Lockwood. What an iconic run this is.
I know I'm getting in there in the perfect line.
The perfect line.
Sir, orders have reached the fire.
First echelon, you're with me. Mike and those bruisers. Take them out one by one. Second echelon, keep those carriers busy. Chief, get to the bomb. Double time. Cortana, prioritize targets and fire at will.
I'm going loud.
Thanks, Chief. I owe you.
Actually, our White Goose made a post on the Elite forums right after I set this record, and he posted my run saying, "Check this out, Monopoly just set a world record while listening to Let It Go and quoting Lockwood."
The carriers are making through, sir.
That's a post on the forums somewhere.
Fire on the first carrier. Admiral, do what you can against the second. Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
Please don't do this to me.
So this section goes a little bit more smooth than my last run.
What's up, Spudley man?
Spudley Man in the chat, shoutouts to him, old school. Go ahead and PR him. I tried to do a double shot there and I missed it.
This is a good time.
Just so you know, there are quite a few elites guarding the bomb.
Dude, Spuggy, that's an intense endeavor, because on Legendary Co-op, if one of you dies, both of you die, and you have to restart the last checkpoint. Halo 2 is the only game in the series like that.
Oh, you made that post. I thought it was
Halo
Goose.
2 pretty intense.
That's funny.
Dude, this time, this is gonna be fucking world record. It wasn't even perfect, whatever. Look at that.
Oh, I got world record and I was mad about it.
Alright, let's go.
Blink if you can hear.
Okay, that's a 6:59. We're starting to go a little bit faster. Flickr found the forum post. Let's take a look at this. I thought this was cool. MisterMonopoli gets Halo 2 world record while playing Let It Go and quoting Lockwood. The elite relevant players are some of the most influential people in speedrunning. The only people I can think of are Cosmo, Sig, Pi, Mike. The collective perhaps as well. Oh, what a throwback. I love you guys and I love GoldenEye speedruns. I wanted to give the game a try, but I don't have a working N64. What the hell's Goose talking about? Alright. It hasn't changed. Alright, what's the next record we have on our list here? Next record.
So what happened there, if anyone is confused?
Oh, look, I got long hair here. Long hair and a beard.
But the Marine shot the grunt in the body to knock him backwards. Then
oh, I'm doing ILs. I'm not doing full games here.
Vision, and so then he saw me. And so when he sees me, he alerts the next set of grunts that they see me. And so then the next set of grunts and elites saw me and I died. It was really stupid.
So this is a 6:44 by me. This is only 15 seconds faster than the previous record. Let's see. I go down low in this room.
No.
I clear this room normally. Everyone's used to this by now. This has been the same the whole time.
Free run, go.
I
Did you
trade
guys
my
finish that?
teammate.
Crow's Nest. Finished it. Nice. It sucked. It's not as good as Halo 2's. It's not as good.
This is from my mom's house, is where this video is from.
Cool, Grunt's Guide.
I think. Or is this from when I lived with my girlfriend? I think this video is from when I lived at my mom's house. Actually, no, I might have been back for like from college or something. Oh, I'm pretty sure this was when I was back from college.
That's gonna hit me. It didn't. Why are these guys not spawning yet? Oh, they spawn as soon as I drop my weapon. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? Like, as soon as I drop my weapon, they spawn.
The date on this one is August 2014. So I probably hadn't gone to school yet for the year. This is August 6th. The school year is probably just about to start. Oh, I guess I should mention, this is, so, we're watching a lot of my footage because I have all of my footage. There's actually one record that I just missed. Somebody had a 6:45, 10 days before this. It was a guy who was excommunicated from the community. His name was Rana. A lot of you guys might remember him. He was kicked out for very good reason for harassing community members in many ways. So we're not really going to talk about him much. He scrubbed all of his runs from the internet. I have many of them downloaded, but he has a run that's a 6:55, and I beat it by 1 second 10 days later. So that must be why I'm doing ILs right now, is to beat his time. So I actually lost the record for the first time since 2010. This is 2014, so I've held the record uncontested for 4 years now, and someone finally beat me. This is the first time I'm trying to get a record back on this level.
I can't believe I have to kill this guy. That sucked. Please, don't do this. Don't fucking do this to me. This sucks. I'm gonna have to kill these guys too.
So somehow I'm going for a record here, and this doesn't feel quite as good as my other record. I'd probably do sword ending.
So that was really sloppy.
I must know that I need to save time. I feel like there's something that I'm about to do to save time. Maybe I'm doing plasma pistol pickup fly? Are we finally in that era? I sword fly into this room. I think this is the first time we've seen that strat. Sword flying into this room. And yeah, we're about to do plasma pistol pickup fly. Brand new strat here. This is a good one. Let's slow this down to normal speed here. Playback speed. Normal. So normally whenever I've been doing this section before, I've been noob comboing the turret and then BRing the jetpack elites, or I've been just doing a straight up sword fly. This is a different type of sword fly where I throw that plasma pistol in front of me and then I pick it up as I sword fly midair. You have to hold X and pick it up. Me and Sliding Ghost came up with this strat. Sliding Ghost is one of the OG glitch finders in this game. Me and him were bouncing off ideas on how to bring the noob combo to the bomb room, and I told him about my idea of picking up a plasma pistol mid-fly, and after I told him the idea, he made a clip and sent it to me later that day, and now we're doing it in runs. So this is going to be the first record that uses that new trick. Shoutouts to Sliding Ghost, one of the OG goats for glitch hunting for this speedrun. That's why I get record. So actually the middle of this run was quite bad, and I'm complaining about it, but this is my first time ever hitting that in a run.
Okay, we'll find out.
So I got record. I got record by 1 second. And so you hear me say, we'll find out. I don't actually know if it's record yet at the end. I had to go back and time it. It turned out to be record by 1 second. The person who beat me was able to hold it for 10 days, and then I took it back. Alright, well, let's go on to the next record. Here we go.
Inbound.
More of the same here. Alright, I'm gonna go back to speeding this up. So this should all be the same. This room seems to have gone a little bit better. This is all the same. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be the same route, but without me complaining in the middle.
And they sure as hell brought one here. Chief, find it.
Come on now.
Yeah, the last run was a 6:44. This run's 31 seconds faster. And I mean, that makes sense because the last run was very bad. The only reason it was able to save so much time is because of the new plasma pistol pickup fly. That's pretty normal. What happens is a new trick gets found, and it makes world record easy, so the first record is bad. But then as you get better, it gets better.
Don't worry, ma'am. We're on.
Okay, yeah, so here I didn't have to clear those enemies. We're way ahead of my previous record now. That space section was huge. I had to walk through that section last time.
Chief, get to the bomb. Double time. Cortana, prioritize targets and fire at will. The carriers are breaking through, sir.
Alright,
They're heading straight for the
hit
Cairo.
that fly.
Cortana,
Now we're
concentrate your
setting
fire
up
on
to
the
do
first
the
down.
plasma pistol
Have them
pickup
man
fly.
against the second. Everyone form up. Follow my lead.
And we hit it. Okay, yeah, so this run's the same route, just way better than the previous run. This was actually pretty good. This was a good
Just so
run.
you know, there are quite a few elites guarding the bomb. You may need to get
I don't
ready.
see really any major mistakes. I was probably really proud of this when I said it. Let me check if the YouTube description says anything about me being proud of this. I bet it says something like, very good run. Nope, I put no YouTube description at all because I'm a degenerate.
Alert.
Alright, well, that was the 6/14. And that date was, let me get the date. That was That was also that was 2 days later. That was in August of 2014. That was 2 days after that bad record. That makes sense. 2 days later, I set an insane time compared to the previous one, just because of the new trick. It only took me 2 days to go and save 30 seconds, so it makes sense why I was calling that other run bad. Alright, well now we are going to move on to the next run. We just looked at the 613. Now we're into 609. This run came 2 months after. This is in October of 2014.
Orders inbound.
And this is gonna be the exact same run. Oh, actually it's not. I'm already taking it safer here. Okay, so I must be grinding ILs at this point. So I want more runs. I take it safe there, just to like guarantee I get runs. I get a good clear here. Do a pretty good clear here.
Let me sure it's...
Come on now! Is that a weapon or a flip? Oh!
How did the sword flies go? Hit my sword fly.
Come on, Chief, this way.
I went off the elite there. Today I would have gone off the grunt. The grunt would have been a better choice, but I actually got a really good cancel off that elite. A little bit of throwback to where Cody walked during his first run. We're back down into it.
First echelon, you're with me. Blanket those cruisers. Take them out one by one. Second echelon, keep those carriers busy.
Registering all hostile vessels inside the kill zone. 13 cruisers, 2 assault carriers. I'm going loud.
The carriers are breaking through, sir. They're heading straight for the Cairo. Cortana, concentrate your fire on the first carrier. Admiral, do what you can against the second. Everyone form up. Follow my lead.
Okay. And another sword fly. And just a normal nuke combo clear. And this run was 4 seconds faster than the previous, so not a big change. Pretty normal. Let's just immediately move on to the next one. This one comes in 2015. This one comes 145 days after the last. This is in March of 2015. Oh, we've officially switched to Japanese. This is the last run wasn't in Japanese, was it? Let me double check. I don't think the previous run was Japanese. This is our first Japanese run. Yeah, we've entered Japanese territory. So at this point, we've discovered that the game is faster in Japanese because of dialogue. There's certain sections like this part right here, or actually let's go to a better example. So I go low on this room. So how about I jump up top here? This is all normal. So here's one of the spots that saves time on Japanese. This door will not open until the dialogue completes. Oh, sorry, it's cut off for you guys. Let's switch that back. Okay, so this door won't open until dialogue is completed, and it just happens that Japanese dialogue finishes faster than English dialogue. So we actually learned this knowledge from a roundabout way. There was a speedrunner called History 100. He was the first international Japanese runner. He spoke almost no English, but he submitted runs to our community, and his runs were in Japanese. And we all thought it was really cool, but we didn't know it was faster. But another speedrunner named Hiding Tonight decided to import his own Japanese copy just because he thought it was cool. And Hiding Tonight also goes by Flim, and Flim noticed that he was saving time on Armory, and he was like, well, where's this time coming from? And that's when we learned that Japanese is actually faster. So it just all came from kind of happenstance of we were trying to copy the Japanese runners and look cool, and it turns out it was faster. So after Flim got his Japanese version, and he told me it was faster, I immediately went and ordered one myself, and it was only $15. I spent $15 for the steelbook case, which is probably sitting behind me. Maybe it's not. Oh, it is. this is the one I got. It's still I have it in like a plastic case, but paid $15 for this in 2015, including shipping. That's all I paid. What a steal! All right, let's continue on with the run. I don't think anything's gonna be different on this run. I hit my flies. Did I hit this fly? What do I do here? Okay, not quite as smooth as last one, but still gaming. I bonked there, that's unfortunate. I'm nailing my flies and my movement looks good though. You can tell I'm starting to move a little bit better because I'm starting to like snap to like angles and walk in straight lines a little bit faster. I'm becoming more of a speedrunner at this point. I decided to get in there at the end here. How did I not die? That was a crazy ending. Alright, and that was another few seconds saved. We're just gonna keep on going. This next run is a 5:33. So this run is going to be another 30 seconds faster. I don't know where these 30 seconds are about to come from, but I should also mention that this is not a sequential record again. So in the entire time between 2010 and now we are up into 2016, I've only been beaten once for 10 days. I've had the record for 6 years minus 10 days at this point. But Criffin actually beat me in 2015 for a few days, but those records are lost to time. So Criffin had a 5:51 in May of 2015 and also a 5:45 in June of 2015. Both of those records unfortunately are lost to time. This is the first run that dethrones Criffin and reclaims my record. So I get it back here in the year 2016. So Criffin had it for almost a full year at this point. He's held the record for 280 days. And now I'm gonna try to reclaim it. Here's the run. I'm wondering where I save all that time. How do I save so much time? That last run seemed pretty good. I guess I did bonk in space. That was basically a perfect clear. That last Red Elite didn't lose me any time. This is all pretty normal. I get a nice stick there. Okay, so that was like a perfect clear. Oh, I double noob combo from up here. I forgot I used to do that. I didn't used to, or now I run down to noob combo from a little bit closer. But, so this is all looking good. Excuse me. Nice cancel there. Where does my time save come from? I must just be doing everything slightly better at this point. I actually have it broken down. I have a spreadsheet that tells me where the time save came from. There's a lot of it. That's a huge chunk right there. That's another good chunk. I just did this section. Okay, yeah, that went perfect. Yeah, this was really good. We're now down to 5:33. It's crazy, this run is not really different than the 6:44. I saved a minute just on movement and skill and gameplay. There's finally competition with Criffin beating my times. It's forced me to actually get good at the game. No strat changes there. A minute difference over a year and no strat changes. That's what competition will do. Shoutouts to Crippen for being the first person to make me actually get good at Cairo Station. Yeah, because before that, I was able to just kind of coast through. Alright, we're just going to move on to the next one. We are now into... What year are we in now? Are we still in 2016? Oh wait, I have the date wrong. This is 2017. Let me fix the date on this. There we go. Okay, we are now moving into 2017. Oh, we've done it! We're ghosting! Alright, so we're ghosting here. This is one of the tricks that probably needs a little bit of an explanation here. So I guess I'll show it here at normal speed and then I'll explain it. Let's go back a little bit. So here is ghosting. By running into this box over and over again, you can clip through this wall at the start of the level. And I actually go and hit the trigger here. I hit that trigger to spawn these enemies, and then because I want a plasma pistol. But let's talk about the history of ghosting for a minute. Let's move away from the speedrun and let's watch an old video by Grumpy. Do I have that old video? Sure I do. Where is it? So here's a classic video from Grumpy in 2005. Used box and generators to clip through doors on Armory. Grumpy posted this video 11 years before my speedrun uses this glitch. But there's lore here, we're building it. So this is just an old school video. He's not even on Cairo Station, he's on Armory right now. He's moving these boxes around. He's trying to set it up. He's very methodical. Grumpy is one of the greatest Halo glitchers of all time. He's been doing glitches forever. He's actually in his late 70s. He might be 80 at this point. He's a grandpa. His grandson got him into speedrunning and glitching, and he's been finding groundbreaking glitches since the beginning of time. He's one of my best friends in glitching, and he's really cool. I text him every once in a while. Very cool guy. But here we go. Here he's running into this box. I remember this video, and this was a video he posted a long time ago, but it just sat in the back of my head. But look, he just clipped through a wall, right? That's crazy. Alright, let's pause this, and now let's talk about how did we go from that video to ghosting being in speedruns. So let's bring up some actual Halo gameplay from me here for a second. So I'm playing live right now. This is video of me. I'm gonna play on easy just for demonstration purposes. I'll give you some audio here. So the reason we call that trick ghosting is because Grumpy named it ghosting. That's the very first instance of ghosting ever being done in Halo 2. I'm guessing he called it that because you could go through walls. Exactly. That's exactly why he called it that. And it's not a great name in modern day because there's the vehicle that's called the Ghost, and there's also the trick jump where you jump off of corners called a Ghost jump. But he didn't think about that back in the day. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the trick that you just saw, but this isn't part of the explanation. I'm just gonna do this to save time. So the way that ghosting worked itself into the actual speedrun came years later whenever I was doing full game speedruns. I couldn't find the clip for this stream. I wanted to find the OG clip, but I couldn't find it, so we're just gonna do a dramatic reenactment. I was doing speedruns of this room, and while I was trying to kill these enemies, I kept running into this railing in front of me, just naturally. Like, just pretend I'm trying to clear this room normally, and I keep hitting this railing. It was a normal speedrun, and then I walked backwards, and I fell out of the map. And I was like, wait a minute, what the heck just happened? How did I just lose my speedrun? And it shocked me. And it got me thinking, like, whenever a new glitch happens to me, I try to think, where have I seen this glitch before? And it reminded me of Grumpy's old ghosting video, which I remember him posting on the forums literally 11 years ago. I just have one of those memories where I remember the glitches. And so I was like, wait a minute, that could be useful. So we went around and we started just running into different objects. And one of the ways that we knew that when Grumpy was doing it, it had to be like a small object. That was just one of the things that we thought. Like, so the very first version of ghosting that ever made it into speedruns, I called feng shui strats. This is the method I came up with that was actually used in the easy speedrun once. I'll save a little bit of that explanation for if I ever do an easy history episode because the strategies are different, but this does show up in the easy world record history, this trick right here. It goes a little bit faster than I'm doing it, I'm going to take my time. But these are the feng shui strats. You have to move the boxes, move the furniture. Almost there. I'm taking my time because I don't want to mess it up. So once I create a wall of objects like that, the whole purpose of that was specifically to make it so that I could push this trash can and have it stand still when I run into it. Because I knew while watching Grumpy's video that you had to have like a small object stand still while hitting a big object. That's what I thought. So by doing this trick, if you run into this over and over again, if the feng shui is right and you get your chi aligned, you can clip right on through. And now that takes quite a bit of time, but it is faster. But that never showed up in the legendary speedrun because that was just too difficult and too weird. So it was just not really worth it. It did show up in the easy speedrun though. But after that, a guy named Nimbus comes along, and he has his original video unlisted, but he did a bunch of glitches like where he just started running into boxes. We tried clipping into this door, which Grumpy originally did a long time ago, using this tiny generator over here. We knew we could clip into stuff around here, and another avenue we looked was we tried this wall right here, which this was very promising, but it actually never worked because we couldn't clip through multiple walls. But as we explored, we started to understand ghosting better and better. More people from the community from my stream were starting to take notice, and stuff like this was really promising. We were like, oh, that's almost really fast. So Nimbus comes along, Nihmiss is how he spells it, and he finds this trick. All you have to do is line up perfectly flat with the box, and when you run into it, you'll notice that the screen like jolts forward a little bit. You see, whenever I run into the box, it doesn't stop smoothly. I continue to move forward after I've stopped. That's the offset that we're counting. So to do the ghosting, you have to like be perfectly flat against the box. You have to move perfectly straight forward, and then offset by like lunging the screen forward. And if you count those 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So some of those I didn't count because they didn't count. They weren't smooth. But if you get 8 or 9 of them in a quick enough succession without messing up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you can clip through the wall. And that is the history of how that ended up in the speedrun. So we're counting the number of offsets we get. We don't fully understand this glitch during the 2017 times. We only know how to recreate it. And that's good enough for speedruns. You don't really need to understand it at its core. Today we don't even fully understand this glitch, but we understood it even less back then. But we knew that if we ran into a bunch of walls, eventually stuff would start to work. And that's what we did. Alright, let's go back to looking at the run now. Now that we've looked at the history of ghosting a little bit. And this is the first ever... Actually, let me make sure that's true. Where's the record history here? This is the first ever record that uses the Ghost on Legendary. And we're through. So once I make it through, I run to this door and I hit this trigger, which spawns in the enemies here. These enemies are not required to beat the level. I'm spawning them specifically because I want a plasma pistol. The plasma pistol makes clearing Hangar 1 way easier. Oh, you guys can't see it, sorry. I will go back and... Let's go back. Here we go. So same stuff I just said. I hit this trigger right here because I want to spawn in the enemies. Again, they're not required, but I want this plasma pistol. I think everything else on this speedrun should be mostly the same. So that trick should save about 40 seconds. The Ghost. Actually, with doing it slowly like I did, probably only about 30. But that was a brand new trick that saves 30 seconds. So we're back in the territory of world records are going to be bad again. It used to be, the world record right before this was like my best ever record. That was like almost perfect, right? But now a new trick got found, so the records are back to being unoptimized. So this clear is not nearly as good as my other clear. The rest of the run's not going to be nearly as good as my other run either. That's just what happens in speedruns. Whenever a new glitch gets found, the world records get easy. Alright, let's skip ahead a little bit. Let's see how the swordfly section goes. Hit the fly. I imagine it's not bad, because it's still world record at this point. When I say bad, I mean not to the same standard as the previous one. You gotta remember that if you're setting a world record, you're probably pretty good at the game at this point. So this record comes about a year after the previous record. This is March of 2017. The previous record we looked at was March of 2016. So it's been about a year since the Cairo record has been set. And overall this run's good. It's not quite as optimized as the other one I did, but it's not bad. This is, I said it was bad, it's definitely not bad. I didn't see anything bad here. And we're out. Alright. And now we're going to move on to finally somebody else's footage. We've been only watching my footage for like the last 10 years, but we finally have somebody else who saved their dang video and it's not lost to time. This run comes to you from Hiding Tonight, the person we were just talking about. And he was the guy who brought us into the new age of the Japanese speedruns, and now we're going to take a look at his speedrun. Let me get his name up on the screen. Boop, boop. He beat me by 1 second in... this was also in March of 2017. This run comes just 8 days after my previous run. So the Ghost is still brand new, and now, because it saves so much time, somebody's finally able to beat me. This is the first person who's actually beaten me. So let's watch this. I'm not gonna skip all the way through it, but I'll still play it at fast speed. It appears to be very quiet. Actually, it has no sound at all. It's muted. Oh, he was playing music during the stream, I think. So yeah, this run has no sound for me. So maybe we will speed it up a little. I imagine this is basically the same run I just did. It only beats me by 1 single second. We're a part of the same speedrunning community. He knows my strats, so I don't think he's doing anything like crazy different. This is Hiding Tonight playing though. I'm speeding it up because it has no sound. Let's look at his sword flies. How did his sword flies go? Gets the first one pretty smooth. Gets the second one pretty good. Oh, he's doing full game runs right now. He's not even grinding ILs. He's doing just full runs. That's pretty sick. So he sets an IL record during full game attempts. Yeah, he's hitting all the stuff. He's just flying. This hits that fly too, and noob combo's the end, and that's the end. Shoutouts to Hiding Tonight, world record holder on Cairo Station. For 5 days, he has the record. Until I decide to take it back, because I like Cairo Station, and I don't like it when other people take the record from me, so we are moving right ahead. 5 days later, we are still in 2017. We have a lot of records back to back because a new glitch just got found. This is also March of 2017. Yes, solid Cairo for sure. He beat me by a few seconds, but there was nothing wrong with that run. That was a very good run. So far, this is all pretty normal. This run's gonna be basically the same. We don't need to watch all of it. I don't think there's any major I don't think there's any differences at all, really. What do I do? Okay, I do that fly. Yeah. Just a standard Cairo. No differences. We'll move on. So that was a 507 by me. That means, like I said, Hiding Tonight's record stood for 5 days. Now that record that I just showed would then stand for the next year. Nobody would set a record until March of wait, what are we? We're in 2017 now. Nope. Nobody would beat it until October of 2017. So not quite a year. 200 days that record stood. And somebody beat this run with a brand new skip again, where now I've lost the footage of the run of the person who beat it, but actually the next couple records are lost, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to go over the history by looking at a spreadsheet here, unfortunately. Let me just take a picture of... I guess I'll just... let's just start from here. And let me add this as a picture. So unfortunately we do not have video footage of the next one, two, three, 4 records we don't have. Let me add this here. So I'll just show a spreadsheet. So here, looking at the history, you can see that the 511 was in March, then the 510, then the 507. That's the run we just watched. Now that we don't have footage of a 455 by Dustin Echoes, the person that is only alive at the end of Halo 1. And then Criffin. So this 455 uses a brand new glitch though, and 431 does not use a brand new glitch. Or wait, does it? No, yes it does. Yeah, it does. So let's take a look at what that brand new glitch is. Get this off the screen. And then we will add this. Add this. Where is the hanger skip? Oh, I guess I don't have the original tutorial for that either. So Hanger 1 skip was also discovered by Nimbus, and I will just cut to live gameplay to recreate it because I can't. His videos are unlisted and I don't have access to them, unfortunately. But I will do a live recreation of the Nimbus glitches. Where did I put my controller? Right here. It's actually going to be hard to do this because I'm playing with the delay. I might have to tab out. Let me minimize this. Okay, so you've seen the ghost at that first start, right? If you've seen modern runs, you'll know there's a second ghost in the run, and it comes up right here. So again, this was discovered by Nimbus, and it was perfected by Criffin. Criffin did a lot of work to figure out exactly how to make the angles work here, and he has a couple tutorials on his YouTube channel. But the gist of it is, you need to knock this box to a point where it's propped up on the slope, and when you run into it, it'll shake your screen just like the other glitch I was doing. The box position's actually pretty finicky, and once you bump off the box, you need to go through this door. You can't go through in the middle, you have to go through on the middle of the middle, like if you divide this part in the middle. So you need to go through right here. If you go through, if you touch this, it won't work, and if you touch this, it won't work. You also need to be facing left when you go through, and you need to be moving like perfectly horizontal into this plane. If you get your bumps and do that, you saw I could partially see through the door there if you were paying close attention. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm counting to 9 and I'm trying to clip through this door. I'm playing with a little bit of a delay because I'm watching through my stream instead of my actual game. I would have to like change stuff to do real game, but I think I can get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dang, it's hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh man, I want to get this. I'm gonna do it. I can't get it. Alright, I'm gonna switch my input device here. I need to switch my monitor source to actually be able to see the game here. Now I'll be able to hit it for sure. So first you throw these grenades, the plasma and then the frag. That's to launch the box into position. Then I punch it a few times. And now we're good to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're in. And that skips another 40 seconds. So the previous ghost saves about 40 seconds, and that one also saves about 40 seconds, depending on how good you do the room clear. So again, that was discovered by Nimbus and perfected by Criffin for a good tutorial for the community. Shoutouts to both of them. Let's get this off the screen. And now we're gonna have to jump ahead in time a little bit, because like I said, we're missing a few records. So let's jump ahead in time until the next record that we have a video for, and that is by Criffin. So shoutouts to Criffin. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. So the next record we have is a pretty big jump here. It's going to be... can you guys see this? You can't, right? I gotta move my stuff back. Shrink this down. Okay, there we go. Now I want to do... So 5:07 is the record in 2017. We're jumping all the way ahead in time. A year later, the record is a 4:13. Almost a minute saved. Remember, we've already heard from Criffin. We didn't watch his video, but remember, Criffin was the first person to make me get good at Halo 2. So let's watch how he does on Halo 2. He's also playing on Japanese with the text, which is different than playing on Japanese with the disc. Those are two different settings. To change the text, you have to change the language of your Xbox. To change the language, you have to buy a brand new CD. So this will be the first run we see that uses this new Hangar 1 skip. Yeah, a lot of people remove their old records when they get beat, unfortunately, for different reasons. Some people want to leave the community and move on. Some people don't like the quality of their runs. There's different personal reasons. I tend to try to keep all my times. Well, that was a good clear so far. So there's an interesting thing about this run right here. This run beats the previous run that actually does another skip that isn't... It's not going to be shown in this video. We'll show it in the next video. So this run's actually incredibly impressive, and I'll try to expand on that more in a minute. So far it looks pretty normal, just doing sword flies. Really, this is a run that's like of the same quality of what we were doing before, but now it's doing two new tricks. It's doing Hangar 1 skip, and it's doing the ghost there at the start. Does a plasma pistol pickup. And we're into the bomb room. Alright, so the reason this 413 is particularly impressive is because the world record before it actually used a glitch that saves time that Criffin decided not to use. So we watched him do Hangar 1 skip, right? There's also a Hangar 2 skip. Hangar 2 skip is real. And let's watch a guy do it. This is Rana. He's removed all his runs off the internet, but I do have some of them. This is the world record that uses Hangar 2 skip for the first time. I guess let me get the names updated. So Criffin's 413 stood for... It was set in 2018, and this next run is going to be in 2019. So we're going to look at, this is a 402. Move this. So this run is about 20 days, 230 days after Criffin's record. We're going to see a Rana beat Criffin. So this run is actually not as good as Criffin's run, but it's going to do a skip that he didn't do. So, I mean, you already see Rana's like missing jumps and stuff. He will hit the Hangar 1 skip here. And now we're going to see Hangar 2 skip for the first time, which is actually a pretty exciting trick, but it really sucks. So this is the worst ghost in the run, because it takes literally 100 bumps. So you saw the previous ghost, we were doing 8 and 9. That's what we're counting to. This one you have to count to over 100. The previous ones are already tedious tricks, some of my least favorite tricks in the run. Now look at this. This is what they want to turn your Halo 2 speedrun into. This trick is still viable today, but nobody wants to do it. But you can, as you see, you can skip Hangar 2 as well. It is a real trick. It actually does not save very much time at all. I think it doesn't even save time. My fastest clear I've ever got, like with clearing the enemies, is faster than the fastest Hangar 2 skip I've ever seen. So it might be possible to do Hangar 2 skip faster than I'm aware of, but currently it's not the fastest method to clear that room. It just takes too many bumps. 100 bumps is too slow. So once you get better at Hangar 2, I think it's worth it to actually clear Hangar 2. Another reason that I forgot to mention this. Another reason that this trick is not as good is because when you do Hangar 2 skip, let me find it. You'll notice that, why is it so laggy? Stop lagging. Okay. Here we go. So you'll notice he doesn't have a sword right now. One of the reasons this trick really sucks, especially for full game, is you clip through this door and you don't have a sword. So you can't do any of the sword fly tricks unless you get lucky. There's random RNG patterns. If this elite spawns as a blue or a white elite in this room, then he'll pull out a sword. So he got lucky in this IO and he was able to get the sword and able to continue the run. But doing 100 bumps to just not get a sword is not fun. So nobody really likes to grind that either. But Rana was able to get his sword, he was able to do his bumps. And then the rest of the run is just mostly normal. Oh wait, no, he does right side clear at the end here too. We can take a look at that. So here during the bomb room, you'll see a strat that isn't used. Oh, actually I do. It shows up one more time. We're nearing modern day times. So here on the bomb room clear, you can stand on the right here, and you can hide on this corner, and you can theoretically go a little bit faster. It's not really that much faster. I mean, especially because the end here where you have to like hunt down some people. But this is the world record. This is a 4:02. And now that record stood for quite a long time. One of the longer standing runs in Halo 2, not because it was particularly good, but because everybody moved on and started playing MCC. At this point, Master Chief Collection is now on PC, and Master Chief Collection now has sword flying. So the Halo 2 Classic community has essentially died, unfortunately. So nobody is running Halo 2 Classic for the next couple years. This 4:02 will stand until 2023. 1,439 days this record will stand. And then the Zubert will come along, the chosen one. Zubert shows up and shows us what true speed is on Cairo Station and gets the first ever sub 4. 3 minutes and 59 seconds. Let's watch the run. So he starts out, he's already doing really quick ghosting. That first ghost, he's also doing some lag optimizations. You see he was looking at the ground there. By looking at the ground, you prevent a little bit of lag from the enemies while they're shooting. He gets a pretty good ghost here. Straight through the door with 8 bumps, which is the minimum that is required. I usually do 9 during my runs. Zoo chooses to do 8 because he's a speedster. He throws a very effective frag grenade there that weakens like every enemy in the room. And now he's already on like basically a perfect cycle here. He chooses to take out those 2 grunts instead of nading them, which actually starts the next wave faster. It's counterintuitive because you would think nading the elite starts the next wave, but killing the grunts is actually the fastest. And so this clear is going to put him faster than Rana, like, into this next section, and he's going to have a sword. He's actually about tied. I have a spreadsheet that says how far ahead or behind he is. At that loading zone where he had the sword, Zoo was... He was 5 seconds behind Rana at that loading zone. So the Hangar 2 skip saved about 5 seconds. Just to, like, have to get a sword and do 100 bumps, it only saved 5 seconds. But Zoo's so good, this section, like, he does basically flawlessly. He hits all of his sword flies, he does very effective nade clears here. So even though he was 5 seconds behind at the load, he's gonna finish the run 3 seconds faster and get the record here. He does it, so that's the only mistake in the run right there, but it doesn't matter that much because you kind of have to wait for the elites to get out of the way anyway. But that was the only mistake in this run. And he was kind of, you could tell during the run, I watched this live, he was kind of nervous and he was kind of choking. So, I don't know. He's happy with the 359, the first ever sub 4, but you can tell there's still a little bit of time save here. But Zoo's doing a whole bunch of very small things just to go fast. Like, he's pushed forward pretty far here. Even though he didn't clear it from the right side, he was very in their faces. And that was enough to get a sub 4, the first ever. Shoutouts to Zoo. But our journey does not end there. So you notice I haven't had the record in quite a long time. For a long time I did have the record, and now it's been, how long has it been since I last held the record? It has been... let me do some quick math here. Control C, Control V, wait, Control Shift V, equals some... It has been 3,200 days. Is that right? No way it's been 10 years. The last time I held world record was in 2017. Yeah, it's been 3,000 days since I last held record at this point. You guys have seen me hold record for most of the 10 years previously, but now it's been 3,000 days since we've seen MisterMonopoli. But now, moving into the year 2023, I'm back. Yeah, 3,000 years. 3,000 days is what I meant. So this run is actually my return to Halo speedrunning. I graduated college, I got a job, I streamed for a little bit, but I had to stop like streaming seriously because I was doing other stuff. But then I decided to come back. And this was the first IL I started grinding on my return. I decided I wanted Cairo because this has always been my favorite level. There's a reason that I always take it back. Oh, we just watched... Okay, well, this video's extra long, but there was me dying. So you can tell I'm grinding just the IL here. I die, I restart, I try again. This is what it looks like to do IL runs. They're not always first try. You can tell my movement's really sharp here, though. I'm cutting the corners, I'm walking in straight lines. I've been grinding this for a while. I actually grinded this for like 5 hours a day for like a month, because I was really rusty and I had to get better at the game. And something weird started happening during this grind that never happened to me in my previous speedrunning history ever. I started getting super nervous during all of these runs. Every time I had a good run make it to the swordfly section, my heart would be pounding. And I was never nervous in the old days. I don't know why being old and washed up made me nervous, but it did. But here's the big difference of how I was able to go faster than Zoo. I decided to clear the room from down low. I returned to my roots and did a perfect down low clear. We go back down on the bottom of the room here. So not quite a perfect final enemy clear there, but that was a pretty good start there. So now after that section I am... I'm a little bit ahead of record right here. And then I get basically a flawless ending from here. I miss a sword fly there. I think everything else is really good. Yeah, basically everything from here was like as good as you can hope. And then I also decided to do the right side clear here on the end because it is a little bit faster. That guy trolled me a little bit, but I remember that he's one shot. So yeah, there he is. There's a one shot elite on the left. And I miss a few shots on that elite. I remember my heart pounding during this run. That's my first IL record, and like I said, about 3,000 days. My heart was pounding. But that's not the last record. We still have a couple more. Why is this not sizing properly? Okay, the aspect ratio on this is like fucked up. There we go. Alright, and now here brings us to present day. This is the last world record we'll be looking at. I set this in 2025. This is the last Cairo record.
I do think that there's probably something more to explore with that.
This is me during full game runs now. So now that I've set the Cairo record, I set a couple other IL records, I'm back to doing full game runs. This is during my subathon. During the... let me check the date here. This is April of 2025. I decided to do a subathon, and I wanted to set the full game record and beat Zoo.
I'm confused at why we got infinite sound, though.
So, this is, if you look at the split timer, I've done 31,000 resets. I've been grinding basically like 6 or 7 hours every day, trying to set the full game world record.
Did I just get double elite kills there, or am I crazy?
I got double elite kills there, I'm not crazy. I got... so even though I didn't do this clear from down low, the enemies died like immediately, so it was basically the same thing as doing a down low clear. So that was like an insane clear. And I get a stick there, I don't have to dual... I didn't get to dual wield.
Yeah, that's how you do it, you pause on the first frame of the noise. But I'm wondering why infinitely played is the thing that confuses me.
Verdammt, dann muss hier auch eine sein. Chief, suchen Sie die.
Oh, I didn't change the date. Sorry. Transition. Boom. Here's the date. 2025, 352.
This is so fast. This is really fast.
You can hear me. I know it's really fast.
Great Zubin.
I'm Zubin.
Give me a good spawn.
I get the good spawn.
Just let me live. Don't make that inside. Okay, we got slow door. This would have been IO pace if I got fast door. But at least I'm alive.
Oh, I thought I got slow door, but I got medium door, so it's not the worst door.
Ooh, this is fast.
And then I got a like perfect plasma pistol pickup fly. So this is really, really fast. And I think I get a crazy ending too, don't I? Don't I like stick somebody? Oh, so although I missed that overcharge, it saved time because I was able to stick the guy and then overcharge a different guy. So it looked like I lost time, but that saved time. And that's a 352. That is the most recent Cairo world record. We've now gone through all of them. And I think that's it for the history. I don't know that I have much more. I mean, so now we can talk about like what is left, how much time save can there possibly be, and you can always go a little bit faster. The major things that can be improved is if you were to combine that 352 that I did and that 354 that I did. So if you do the down low clear and if you do the right side clear, then you can get a like a sub 350. There's also some tricks. Let me find the clip that I was wanting to show. Where did I put that? I know where I have one. And there's one more theoretical. So there's Hanger 2 skip, which could potentially save time if I wanted to bump the wall 100 times. And then there is another trick, if I can find it. So if you do the Cairo airlock bug room this way, you can actually save quite a bit of time, but it will require you to do sword ending. So watch this. Another ghost added to the run. Instead of bumping walls, you can just turn and clip through that wall. It's very difficult to do. I almost had a record run that did this on accident. Like I hit it during a run, like not intending to hit it. But this is a strat that could potentially give you record in the future. Boom. Clip right through there. If you did that and combined this with the sword ending, then you could save another like 11 seconds on the run. That's like maybe the last thing that could save time. Looking towards the future. And other than that, I think we've pushed this level pretty hard. So we know for a fact that you have to trigger Hanger 2. You couldn't, if you were to like start at the level and teleport straight to the end, the level will not end. There are some required triggers that you have to hit. You have to hit the loading zone to load Hanger 1, and then you have to hit the loading zone after Hanger 2 to load the armory. So if you walk under that room where Master Guns dies, you have to hit that trigger. Other than that, there aren't really required triggers in the level, so if you could clip through more walls, it's possible. I think that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed my history lesson. It took about 2.5 hours. Any questions? I guess now is the time for questions, huh? Okay, we've got the question, what inspired you to pick up running again post-college/employment? I mean, it's just been a hobby of mine on and off over the years. So when I had a job, I didn't have very much free time, and then I stopped working and I had a bunch of free time. So I saw Zoo getting really good runs when he was grinding Classic. It was very cool to watch. And I like this record. I wanted to take it. What other spots would have been considered on Cairo for ghosting? Like I said, Hanger 2 skip. There's also the potential during the hallway where you meet Miranda and Johnson. In that hallway, if you could teleport straight to space, you could ghost on that section too. And we have some theoretical ones, but they don't work yet. Christian asks, is this going to be an every Monday thing? I'm not sure the day I'm going to do it exactly, but I plan to do this as a regular event. I think maybe once a week is what we're gonna do. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, I might need 2 weeks. It's a lot to prepare for this. There's a whole lot of like research and stuff that goes into it, but yeah, we will do another episode. This is not going to be the only episode we do. Also, suggestions. If anyone has any suggestions for how I can make this format better, what would you like to see more of? What would you like to see less of? If you've got, I'd leave them in the YouTube comments as well. I'll try to answer them because I'll probably upload this as a YouTube video. I plan to do all of the levels, even Armory, Zano. You will be surprised, Zano. Armory has a rich history, and when we get there, you will eat your words. Will I do a Master Chief Collection history? No, I will not. I don't really run Master Chief Collection. It's not something I'm super interested in.